Howdy ho, my peeps, and welcome to tonight's $3 dinner. We are going to combine cooked yellow rice from Dollar Tree with some of the Southgate chili with beans and some of the chicken tamales. So this is going to go into a lovely south of the border flavored dinner. I've got my water beginning to boil here. I'm preparing it according to the instructions. I've got a little bit of olive oil in there. Let that start to boil. Now while that's getting up to boil, I'm going to dump these tamales into this bowl here. See if I can do it without losing too many. Over the side. Okay, one more. Okay, so the first thing you're going to want to do, well, hey, we've got water boiling, so the first thing we're going to do is leave those tamales for a minute. We're going to dump our yellow rice in. This stuff is so versatile. You should always keep some of these on hand for these $3 dinners. Or, any reason. Okay, so, there we go. Going to reduce the heat on that. Down, down, down. Down, down, down. There we go. And we'll put the lid back on. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to remove the paper wrappings from these tamales. Boy, I tell you, this takes me back to my childhood. We used to buy these occasionally. My mom would have them on hand every once in a while. And I remember being hungry and opening up one of these cans, taking off the paper. It was a ritual. We didn't have a microwave back then. Other people did, but my parents didn't. And so we'd heat them up on the stove, usually burning the bottom because we were kids and stupid. So anyhow, now what I'm going to do is just take a spoon and I'm just going to break these up a little bit. I don't have to cut them up nice or anything because they will kind of fall apart a little bit once you get them, mix them in with the rice and the beans. So you just kind of want them to be chunked up a little bit like this. And that's good enough. Alright. So we are going to come back as soon as our rice is done. And okay, we are coming along. The rice is done. I'll let you take a little look-see at that. Ooh, getting some steam on my camera lens. So, it's beautiful. This rice, like I said, you should keep some of this in your pantry. It is so versatile. I'm going to cover it, though. Now, I have my can of chili I'm going to put in there and my tamales, but I want to show you something else. My husband buys this cheese. This is Jarlsberg cheese. He buys it from Costco. It is $5.55 a pound, or at least it was when he bought it. Cheese is a commodity. It goes up and down like oil. Anyhow, he gets it in these big blocks, and I'll tell you what, this cheese, this Jarlsberg from Costco, is the greatest cheese in the world. It never goes bad. It never molds. If you leave it open like this in your refrigerator, what will happen is it will begin to dry out like that. And you can leave it in there a year, and you'll find it a year later, and it's a dried out hard piece of cheese. All you do is grate it, and you can keep using it. It is wonderful. I have never had to throw any of this away. So, what I did is I had some in the refrigerator, so I grated up a little bit of that for a garnish. Then I also happen to have some lettuce. It's not going bad. It was beginning to wilt a little bit. So I put it in some cold water in the refrigerator and it crisped right back up. So we're going to serve this dish on a bed of lettuce. You know how I am about my greens. I think that every $3 dinner needs to be accompanied by something fresh and green. So I'm going to use lettuce today. So, come back over here. We'll finish this up. Go ahead and pour the tamale that you've cut up already in there. And now we're going to put the chili in there, the Southgate chili. Again, this is another nice product to have on your shelf. This chili, it is so versatile. You can cook it into a casserole with cornbread and greens. I mean, you can do all kinds of stuff with it. I'm talking about those collard greens that I found, the canned collard greens. I'm going to do one of those videos too. Is it most of that out of there? Let's see here. There we go. Okay, it's more or less out. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my camera down. I am going to stir all this up and top it with the cheese, and I'll let you see what it looks like. This is an aside, but isn't this a neat little piece of granite cutting board? This had been a manufacturer's sample that got left behind in a house that was being remodeled, and I ended up with it, and it makes a wonderful little place to grate cheese or whatever. Okay, so here we go. Here's my bed of greens. This is what it looks like when it's done and all, oops, helps if I actually show it to you, all mixed together. So you've got a lot of Mexican flavors going on here. South of the border flavors anyway. I know it's not true Mexican food, but it's an approximation. Nice big huge pile of it. Look how much is left. I mean, easily 4 or 5 people easily you could feed with this if you've got something to go with it like the greens. So I'm going to take a little bit of this here, and there you go. There is your $3 dinner. Unfortunately, Grant is not here. He is still in Nebraska. He will be home next week. I cannot wait. I miss him real bad. So I'm going to taste test today. So here we go. Flip this around. I hope you can see me. So let's just take a little taste of this. I'm going to smush the cheese down in a little bit so it starts to melt. And here we go. Oh, that is so good. I mean, it is really good. The combination of the bean flavor, the flavored rice, and the tamales just gives it a wonderful flavor. Great texture. Very stick to your ribs-ish. Let's see if I can get another bite without spilling it all over myself. Wouldn't it be a good thing even to eat for breakfast? Set you up with a lot of carbs, some fiber, and you are just raring to go for the day. It is well, I just spit. God, I swear, you can dress me up, but you cannot take me out. Okay. It is 10 minutes to 4 in the morning, so that would mean this is about breakfast for me. Like a lot of you guys know, I have had this really weird sleeping pattern. I'll go to bed around 9, get up about 1:30, go to bed again about 5, get up around, I don't know, 9 maybe. Yeah, it's just been strange. But for some reason it's really working. I mean, when I'm awake in the middle of the night, I get stuff done. It's cool. Whoa, I just dropped my fork. And yeah, it seems to be working. I don't know if this sleeping pattern is going to remain after my husband gets home. I'm not sure. So we'll find that out. But in the meantime, I'm going to finish eating my breakfast. Give this a try. It's very, very good. Bye.